What's up and welcome to the special edition of Football Everyday, coming to you live from the Maybank Training Academy here in Kajang in conjunction with the second Football Fun with Shebby Clinic. I tell you what, we're just done. It's brought to you by Maybank Graduate Banking and of course Football Everyday. This is of course the second edition of this clinic. I tell you, we had one back in January. I tell you, it was really good back then. It's great today as well. And with me today, as usual, is Mr. Shebby Singh, head coach for today. Sheb's good. Hope you had a good time. And joining us, especially taking some time off, the head coach of the KL Super League team, Mr. Razip Ismail. Razip, nice to meet you. Good to have you here with us. I hope you've been enjoying your football, whether it's in Malaysia or worldwide. Shebs, bro, this is the football clinic part 2, so I got to ask you what you thought of the all-round talent and tactics, performance, everything compared to the first session back in January.
Well, to be honest, as it is appropriately called Football Fun with Shebby, I had fun.
That's good to know.
To be fair, I think today there was a marked improvement. I didn't have to go out physically onto the pitch too much to stop play and to show people about their positional sense. So as they played, as they went into their second games, they improved. I mean, there was a marked improvement. They became aware of their roles and responsibilities. I mean, everybody loves to play, Nels, but the understanding of the game is lacking. But today, I would say that there was a 30% improvement on the first session.
Right, it's good to know. Moving on to Mr. Razip, since it's your first time here on Football Everyday, I got to ask you which team you support and why. I mean, who's your favourite team?
I support Arsenal in the EPL.
Wow. Okay.
Because I love to see the way they play.
Right.
And then their manager, Arsene Wenger, is very influential people. I mean, and then he exposed so many young
talents, right?
Yeah, young talents in their team.
Right. Okay, I just got to ask you, what do you think of the current footballing situation here in Malaysia? I mean, at the moment, your thoughts in general?
I think we need to move in a proper direction, especially in the grassroots level. Yeah, I think we have to do more on development program to produce more talented and quality players. Right now, I think FAM is doing good with all the development and then send the team abroad. So hopefully that we can see something from that program. All
right, great stuff. So for a better look, I tell you what went on this morning here at the Maybank Training Academy in Kajang, where we're at right now. Here's some of this morning's action for you to enjoy, so check it out.
These things are very, very important. The handling is the most important. When do you punch the ball? If somebody takes a shot, if it's too powerful, where do you push the ball? Do you block the ball so that it goes back to the striker, or do you palm it away from the danger area? So handling is very, very important. You might have heard this before, but I'm reminding you, because until today, in the English Premier League especially, we have goalkeepers who are paid big money who are making handling mistakes. Communication is very important. Talk. Not, hey, apa lah, tidur ke? No. Hold, turn, man on, 1-2. When you communicate, bagi arahan tau. Bukan marah, bukan tegur, bagi arahan. Give an instruction. When you pass the ball, you give an instruction. Bila awak buat hantaran tu, bagi arahan sekali.
wow, sure looked like everyone had a great time. I tell you what, Shebby had fun as well. Coaches were doing their thing. Well, I tell you what, it is time for a short break here on Football Every Day, brought to you by Maybank Graduate Banking, of course. So we'll take a short break for some quick messages. Stay tuned and we'll be right back. And welcome back to this special edition of Football Everyday, coming to you live from the Maybank Training Academy in Kajang, where we've just concluded the second Football Fun with Shebby coaching clinic. Shebs, just a closing word on today's clinic from you now. I mean, it is quite clear that Malaysia definitely possesses some bright talents, right? So, bro, what really needs to be done, to keep on improving the development of football in the country?
I think yes, two things. One, the players need to work on their individual abilities or skills, as you work on your technique. And number two, never forget the good habits. Don't forget your role and your responsibilities on the pitch. I think that's where it goes wrong. I mean, even at the highest level, you see players doing things in the wrong areas of the field, doing the wrong things. So it is very important, that they continue the things that they've learned to understand the game. And the game is the same everywhere in the world if you understand it. Yeah. But of course, you can improve individually to enjoy it even more.
Right. Razip, would you agree with Shebby in general?
Yes, I agree with him. So, as a player, you know where to make mistakes and where to not to make mistakes. And then from there, you can develop your performance, and then you understand the game more when you play.
All right. Okay, so that's it from the football clinic. Well, to round up this special episode, I tell you what, Shebs, it is football. So got to ask you for a quick opinion on Man United's win over Aston Villa in last weekend's Carling Cup final. Bro, the unfortunate Michael Owen got injured yet again. What would you say the script was kind of written for Rooney to come on and be match winner again, bro?
I think it's simply fantastic, because Aston Villa would have spent the whole week preparing on how to counter the threat of Wayne Rooney. On match day, what happens? Michael Owen comes in. Right? He brings with him different qualities. Don't forget, he brings with him a lot of experience, and he scores a goal. Unfortunately for him, it's not been the best 3-4 years for him in terms of injury. And then Rooney comes on, and at that time, you not only have to deal with the Wayne Rooney threat, but you've got to try to win the game as well. So it was different problems for Aston Villa, which I thought Man United did extremely well. But for me, the two words that I always use to describe Man United is battle hardened. They've been in such battles time and again. They understand, they realize, and they know what is required to win. The mentality that they have, I would say that they have cultured into themselves, into the tradition of Man United. So well done.
But for Villa, bro, I got to ask you. I mean, you think they took the lead too early, and should it have been a red card for Vidic?
I mean, if you apply the rules of the law, it is a red card for Vidic. Unfortunately, it's a big final. Right. Unfortunately, the referee would rather, Sir Alex Ferguson said nice things about him than to criticize him. So it was unfortunate for Aston Villa, but you can't say that taking the lead. I think taking the lead is very, very important. I think it gives you the psychological edge. Right. But that is the thing, Man United have the ability to overcome such situations, whereas for Aston Villa, we are one up. What do we do? So do we defend or do we go look for the second? They went looking for the second. They let in an equalizer. So well done to Man United.
All right. Very quickly, Razip, would you agree with Shebby? I mean, did Man United deserve to win?
Yeah, I think MU is the best team in England right now.
Oh, so I'm really happy you said that.
They got the experience playing in the final, so they have the best player. So they took their chances well. I think so. What happened? I think at the end, MU deserves to win.
All right. Okay, very quickly, Shebs, your thoughts on Chelsea's, I tell you what, somewhat surprising 4-2 home defeat to Man City. It all went wrong for the Blues, didn't it?
It did. You got to put it down, as a very, very comfortable first half, and that can lead to complacency. And then, when the likes of Obi Mikel, hits the ball backwards, and John Terry and Carvalho not the quickest anymore, and at half time the scenario has changed. In the second half, they have to chase the game, and when they chase that, Man City, I mean, if you look at Chelsea and you know the two central defenders are not the quickest, and you got to put your fastest players there. Tevez, Bellamy starts running at them. So for me, tactically was brilliant. Yes, there was element of luck in the equalizer. Hilario was completely out of position for two goals. So Man City, when you are 1-1 at halftime away from home, I think it gives you the advantage. And Man City deserve to win. I have got no sympathy for Chelsea.
All right, so very quickly, Sheb's closing word. Would you say the title is a 3-horse race now with Arsenal back in the reckoning?
Oh yeah, very much so. I mean, I've got to go with Razip's team, Arsenal. I think, you know, they are the favourites now. They should be the favourites. They should believe that they are the favourites because they've got a good run in, to be honest. So Man United and Chelsea could neutralise each other. And for me, if Arsenal win the title, I'll be very, very happy because nobody but Arsenal and Arsene Wenger deserve the title more.
All right, Razip, very quickly, let me put you on the spot. Who's going to be champions in 2 months' time, you think?
I hope Arsenal will come from behind to win the championship.
Okay, great stuff, guys. Razip, many thanks for being on the show today. Sheps,
no, it's an absolute pleasure.
We'll see you soon next week on Football Everyday, I hope. Well, pleasure as usual, guys. So that's about it from Football Everyday, brought to you by Maybank Graduate Banking. Till we see you next week on our regular episode of football. Enjoy your football. And it's Nelson saying ciao from Football Everyday. See you soon.